Hello, everybody here, and welcome to the Sportside Network channel. I was forgetting what channel I'm on. Earlier today, I was on my other channel, Animated Awesomeness, doing a video about Star versus the Forces of Evil. But now, it's later tonight here, now at this very time, doing Talking Packers with Steve. Week 11 NFL predictions here for the NFL season of the 2017 season over here at Sports Talk Network. So thanks all of you watching live, archive, whether you're watching on Roku TV, whether you're watching on your tablet. However, wherever if you're watching another country, welcome, or welcome to the channel, I guess, and hello. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But let's talk. Move forward to NFL Week 11, BUZ. Big thing going on, or big news in the NFL, at least this week, being of the Buffalo Bills benching Tyrod Taylor for rookie. To start, seeing that the Buffalo Bills as a team have a chance to make the playoffs, get a playoff push, and first time in many years make it to the playoffs for the AFC and for that franchise. And I'm sure even Buffalo Bills fans, part of Bills Mafia, I guess as they're called, are probably surprised and perplexed that they decided to go change at the quarterback when it wasn't Tyrod Taylor's fault individually that the Saints destroyed them on the scoreboard. Unless I missed something and he had like 6 pick sixes or something. But that wasn't the case. The Saints offense just chewed up and spit out a leading defense there for Buffalo. So I didn't see that being the main reason of the Buffalo Bills' woes and their losing streak here recently, that they would make this drastic move, still in a hunt for a playoff position. The division, maybe not so much, but the playoff position in a wild card, the Bills are definitely for sure in the hunt for that, and having that chance. And now, whether it's just going to be for one game or for the rest of the season, however it's going to be, benching Tyrod Taylor for the quarterback, I think, was interesting for me, so to speak, in his own right. Hey, Renee. But either way, certainly was interesting week of NFL football this past week for NFL Week 11. I mean, Week 10, this week being Week 11. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for things to load for here for Week 10. All right, Week 10 results. Seattle over Arizona 22-16. Buccaneers over the Jets 15-10. And as for mentioned, Saints over the Bills 47-10. Lions squeaking by in a way against the Cleveland Browns 38-24. The Titans over the Bengals 24-20. The Green Bay Packers defeating the Chicago Bears on the road 23-16. Brett Hundley getting his first win as a starter in the National Football League, now 1-2 record-wise as a starter in the NFL, as a starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Jacksonville Jaguars getting a win against the Los Angeles Chargers 20-17 overtime. I think Lambo, former kicker of the Chargers, kind of his revenge on the team. Not even revenge, but just real team. And waiting for his new team, winning the game winner. Jaguars continuing to roll. Just as I said last week when I was predicting that week, when I was predicting Week 10, going hopefully Jacksonville and Los Angeles Rams, both LA Rams and Jacksonville Jaguars, both keep on going and moving on and keep on, whether it's winning, but at least keep on positive momentum, even if it was a loss. Even if San Diego somehow pulled it off and won. I was going to say, hopefully Jackson could still keep this momentum of what they had going from their bye week. Same thing with the LA Rams, and keep things going positive, because I really do hope that the Rams and the Jaguars can make the playoffs. Just as much as I wanted the Rams, the Jaguars, the Buccaneers, and the Raiders with my bold prediction last season for all 4 of them to make the playoffs, 2 in the NFC, 2 in the AFC, and my bold predictions. Maybe I'm a year late with half of them, but hopefully the Jaguars and hopefully the Los Angeles Rams both be making the playoffs here in the 2016-17 NFL or 2017 season going into 2018. So hopefully that be the case. But then again, with I believe in those teams, and I'm sure their fan bases believe in that. Calais Campbell believed Jackson was going to be something. He wouldn't have signed there. He wouldn't have went home in his hometown to play with the Denver Broncos. Less money. Now, it wasn't just the money that had Calais come to Jacksonville. Calais Campbell, former Arizona Cardinal, I believe he was part of the Arizona Cardinals when they went to the Super Bowl many years ago when I wanted them to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know I shouldn't care too much about that or so much about it since I'm a Packers fan, but seriously, bros and brositas, guys and gals, men and women out there listening, whatever otherwise, I really, if you didn't get it by now, really want Arizona to win that Super Bowl back in the day, defeating Pittsburgh. But you can't really change history. Just learn from it. But anyways, Jacksonville, LA Rams, both of you, hope you both make the playoffs. And you know what? I hope, honestly, you both win your divisions, which means Titans, you need to start losing. Or maybe not need to start losing, as in saying like the Titans should just not want to win. Obviously, they're going to want to win. They want to win the division their dang selves. But I'm saying, as an outside looking in kind of fan, I guess, secondarily to their actual fan bases, they're in Jacksonville and LA for the Jaguars and Rams. I hope they both win their divisions. So Tennessee, which they play on Thursday night against Pittsburgh, I'm going to be cheering for Pittsburgh to win, as I'm going to be cheering for whoever the Seahawks face this week. But anyways, Jaguars over the Chargers 20-17. Minnesota Vikings, part of the mighty NFC North, getting the win over Washington in Washington, 38-30. Steelers over the Colts. They lucky SOBs. I'm just going to simply say that. Colts should have won that one. And Jacoby Brissett, man, that boy, that man showed up. He became a man of that game for sure, and how he played and how the Colts actually played and how that team should have won that game. But you don't get anything for shoulda, woulda, coulda. Just ask the Ravens fans base. Just ask Browns fans as well. Times they could have won games. Shoulda, woulda, coulda doesn't matter. You got to get the W's. If you don't get the W's, you get L's. So obviously that's kind of how that works. Rams crushing, destroyed like a Rusev crush in WWE. The Rams and Rusev both starting with R's. But the Rams crushing the Texans 33-7. If Deshaun Watson was able to play, this game would have been my game of the week last week. This game would have been straight fire. Would have been lit. Would have been like a 56-46 final or something. Something like the Rams and the 49ers. Remember, that was a Thursday night game. We thought either the Rams were going to destroy them or it was going to be a close, low-scoring game since being divisional. But that stuff was, again, straight fire, lit. It was good. It was the best game of that week, to be quite honest. The Rams and the 49ers in San Francisco. That would have been the same thing in Los Angeles for the Rams and Texans game if Deshaun Watson wasn't out, of course. Since he was out, they had no chance. No chance in heck. Rams getting the win. Getting big, 33-7. 49ers getting their win against the Giants, a team that seems like self-imploding there in New York. So I know Angry Cooter and my Kelowna are fans of the Giants. So sorry about your team, bros, but things might have to change. Things might already have to change here sooner rather than later. I'm just saying. Falcons defeating the Cowboys. The Cowboys, their first game without Ezekiel Elliott, that jabroni. That he's finally serving his suspension, signing the suspension, 6 games out. This is the first one on the road at Atlanta. I mean, it also does show how important Ezekiel Elliott is because he is, in the end, a good player, so I still respect him for that. But Falcons over the Cowboys win by 20, 27-20, or 27-7, sorry. They win by 20 points, the final score being 27-7, Atlanta over Dallas. The reigning, defending NFL champions, a.k.a. called Super Bowl champions, New England Patriots defeating the could have been, should have been good, the Broncos. 41-16, wasn't even close. Talk about a game wasn't even close at all. In the same vein, the Carolina Panthers defeating the Dolphins on Monday Night Football 45-21. Which worked out for me because, I was enjoying Monday Night Raw. And able to watch that more than the game because the Panthers were just whooping the ass of the Dolphins. So I'm just saying there. Yeah, Renee, your Steelers got the win. This week I'm hoping for them to get the win again to beat the Titans. But again, like I said, for the Packers, Brett Hundley, Getting momentum going, getting his first win under his belt. Yes, against Chicago Bears defense. But remember that rookie, Mitchell Trubisky, the one that's be all that all good. Now with Aaron being out, you would think that Chicago would actually get the win here at home there in Chicago, but no doubt, still the Packers getting the win over Chicago, so that was obviously awesome. But for Bears fans like John Central, Brookbox team's own right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, for sure. So let's jump over now to Week 11 of 2017 NFL season. Titans versus the Steelers tomorrow for Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network and NBC. I'm going with the Steelers over the Titans, 34-17. Jaguars against the Browns. Come on, Jacksonville, let's keep it rolling. Especially if Tennessee loses tomorrow night. Jacksonville have a chance to take over the lead. Because right now they're tied. You know, it's a close race down to the finish. Down to the finish, for sure. Jaguars over the Browns, 27-13. Dolphins over the Buccaneers, 23-21. Ravens and Packers, you might as well do this. There's a noon game. Ravens ain't about much, and the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, have been seen previously to the last week, not being about much either. But our defense showed something this past week against Chicago, being now the leaders of the team, being more and being able to carry this team to get us some victories, bring us some momentum to be able to try to get some wins, to still be in the hunt for a playoff spot when time rolls around to see if Aaron Rodgers actually is going to be back to play. Because even as he said himself, from Aaron Rodgers, now saying that, if we're not in contention, if there's no reason for me to be back out there in the field, then he's not going to be out down the field, even if he is ready to go or not. So hopefully we can get some wins and keep it rolling. I have the Green Bay Packers defeating the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. Now, there we go. Sunday noontime. Packers over the Ravens, 35-17. NFC North battle, Lions, Bears. Oh, my. Lions versus the Bears. I got the Lions over the Bears, 24-13. This one would be my game of the week. If I was on camera, if I was actually on camera, which probably will be next week, I tried to get things set up today and everything, or here before I started to go live, but I wasn't able to, and I didn't want to do it half-assed either. So I apologize again for another week not on camera, but next week I will be for Week 12 for the Thanksgiving week of games, because football starting on Thursdays each and every week. So Thanksgiving Day, those Thanksgiving games starting off and kicking off Week 12 of the football season. So tomorrow I still plan to have my 6 videos per week that I do, which includes Steve's Wrestling Ramble on Thanksgiving Day. But that probably will be like a morning or afternoon episode. So unfortunately, my team won't be able to join me. I don't think, because they have their own family stuff going on. Join me for those for that episode. But just fair warning about that. Steve's Wrestling Ramble will be in the afternoon on Thanksgiving Day. Still will be happening, but just either, or depending on the situation, maybe I'll be able to have it after dinner. But we'll be enjoying games with the family. So I don't know if I want to scare you off, talk about WWE stuff. As much as I love WWE, and it's going to be crazy because with Survivor Series, the backlash, or the how everything that's just cleared, and the aftermath of WWE Survivor Series on Sunday, which on Sunday I'll be having 2 more videos to make it 12 videos for this week on this channel. I'll be doing a live reaction to the women's 5-on-5 Christmas Survivor Series match. For those that are pro wrestling fans, I think you know why I'm going to do live reaction to that one. And no, not because I'm a straight male that find most of them attractive. It's actually for a different reason, real reason. And I also will be doing my Raw review, or meaning not Raw review, but my right after the pay-per-view happens, my Raw feelings of the pay-per-view, which is this time WWE Survivor Series on Sunday night after that ends. So on the 19th. So I haven't created the Google Handles yet for that, but I will be doing that on Sunday morning, and then doing those videos accordingly during a pay-per-view event. I just wanted to do some housekeeping there in that sense for the channel, for people to know, for Kyron Chase specifically, and others that are having to do with my wrestling show, Steve's Wrestling Ramble, to know what's going on this week in wrestling world on this channel, and next week for Thanksgiving week. But anyways, for Thanksgiving week, for this episode on this channel for Talking Packers with Steve on Wednesday, same time, same place, and I will be back on camera, whether it's a one-time back thing or start, being back full-time that way. Either way, I'll be back, so I'll have my game of the week. But my roundabout rambling, going back to the point being of me bringing all that up, was if I was on camera this week, the Rams-Vikings game would be my game of the week. Yes, I know some would say Patriots-Raiders, the Falcons-Seahawks, or Eagles-Cowboys. No. To me, since this is my show, I have the authority to say what my personal opinion would be of game of the week. And for me, it would be the Los Angeles Rams versus the Minnesota Vikings. And for those that usually don't watch, and this is like your first video watching my podcast here, first, thank you for watching. But I usually don't like to have my own team's game every single week, like game of the week. Otherwise, I would have the Packers every single week as game of the week because it's important to us, whether Aaron was in or not, whether the situation is what it is now for Green Bay or not. Each and every week, I would have had that to be the case. So I try to go outside the Packers each week and find a different matchup to be my game of the week with the helmets. Plus, I already have the Packers helmets up on Mantle where I do my matchups for the Packers each and every week for my grandfather to see. So he knows who we play each week that way too. So it's for him and for myself. So that's where I have the Packers matchup. And then I'll have a different matchup and a different game to actually be the game of the week. Because like I said, I don't want to have, being biased and stuff, having the Packers game of the week and being behind me and seeing their awesome logo and helmet in the game for the game of the week in that way. I see Renee has the Ravens over the Packers. All right, I see it. I know Kyron would agree. He would like that comment if he was able to. I don't know if you can do that in the live chat. But anyways, moving right along. Cardinals, Texans. This one's going to be low scoring again, but I do have Arizona getting the win on the road against Houston. Arizona over Houston 9-3. I have the Chiefs over the Giants 45-13. I have the Saints over Washington 23-13. I have the Chargers over the Bills because the Bills should not have done what they did, but hey, they be what they be. I have the Chargers over the Bills 35-13. I have the Patriots over the Raiders 45-10. And Broncos over the Bengals 13-9. I have the Cowboys losing to the Eagles. Eagles over Cowboys on Sunday Night Football on NBC. Eagles defeating Dallas 27-17. And I have Seattle over Atlanta. Yeah, Seattle over Atlanta on Monday Night Football on ESPN. Seattle over Atlanta 35-28. Those are my predictions there for week number 11. I just want to check the live chat, see what people are saying. Everybody have other thoughts and feelings in regards to the games for this week. And for that matter, let's see here. But yeah, she's going with the Ravens over the Packers. She's obviously going to be picking her Steelers over the Tennessee Titans on Thursday for tomorrow night, for sure. But yeah, all right. Hey guys, for most of the season so far, I have picked against the Steelers in a good amount of games, so it's all been it's fine. The Ravens actually are favored over the Packers by like what is it, a point or 3 points or whatever. Which is odd because it's in Green Bay. You think the home team's the one that gets the home advantage. Also, I wanted to share that I do have in my description of the video my Twitter handle for you can follow me at WB_podcast, Instagram at TBK_06. You're also welcome to follow me on Twitter for the NFL show at Talking_Packers. But I have that's for this week's thing because of the big Survivor Series prediction episode. I thought, hey, put it for all my videos I'm doing this week. Add that in there. So which means I'll have to add that in there for my 2 videos on Sunday. I think everybody that watched live and those of you watching archive, apologize for the short episode, but I did want to at least get an episode in. I'll be back tomorrow night for probably will be a long episode. So I guess maybe I'm saving my for that. But getting pumped and getting ready for tomorrow night. Steve's Wrestling Rambles right here is going to be the place to be. My predictions for WWE Survivor Series along with my team. Hopefully both Kyron Chase and Mark Rambo will be here Also, Raunchy Mikey making his grand return, or just maybe a one-night return or whatever, back to Steve's Wrestling Ramble. So I appreciate him doing that for me and being here with us. He's here not just for me, but to see everybody else part of the team and alike. And he gets to meet new people because I'll be having other guests. I'll be having Mounties Corner is going to be here. And also check out my interview. I had an interview with Mounties Corner over that channel. Mounties Corner, Mounties, Mounties Corner. I had an interview there, so check that out on that channel that I did yesterday, or actually during SmackDown Live, and before my SmackDown Live review over on this channel. But I'll be having him, Real Deal Jane Steele, Mounties friend as well. Members of Another Wrestling Podcast. Find Another Wrestling Podcast online, www.anotherwrestlingpodcast.com, with both Steve Credo, Angry Cooter, and Mike Colon. I'll be having Colon and Cooter as guests on the show. Maybe Credo will even stop by, but we'll see. But I will hope to see all of you tomorrow. Your smiling, happy faces tomorrow night. Maybe not visually see it, but I, see it in your avatars if you're in the live chat tomorrow during the show, or if you're coming below the video afterwards, because I do hope and plan to see a lot of eyeballs in the video because of all the guests and great guests we have that will be promoting their appearances before or after the episode tomorrow night. Also, though, before Steve's Wrestling Ramble in the afternoon, I will be doing my Q&A, my answering questions. So far, I think I have like 16 questions. So I'll be answering those in that video. Welcome to leave any other questions you have, football related, other related, personal related, however you want to ask. No limit to amounts of questions you can ask. So rapid fire for sure. I don't drop. Guys and guys, men and women, have a great rest of your evening. Like I said, I'll be back here tomorrow afternoon for the Q&A, and then tomorrow night for Steve's Wrestling Ramble. Stay safe, have fun, and above all else, as always, take care.